Good day, Minecraftians. Purple Mentat here, bringing you episode 20 of my Clouds of Darkness Let's Play. Yay, we've hit another big milestone. World download coming, well, when this gets posted. So, I've got most of the sorting system together. Big wall of barrels, a little bit smaller than I expected, actually, and a handful of chests. One cool thing that the mod sorting pipe can do that I did not cover last time, it can handle multiple mods in the same chest. So this is my reliquary, random things, extra utilities, Minecraft rediscovered, open blocks. This is the grab bag chest. This is where all of those mods that all of the random, like big lots of unrelated stuff mods go into. This is my generalized tech chest with factorization, thermal expansion, applied energistics, Mine Factory Reloaded, better chests, all of that good stuff. Also tubes. If I ever have things that need to go in there. Ender IO, everything will land in here. If I start using one of them significantly, I'll likely need to make its own chest, but I don't anticipate doing that this series, to be honest. Well, other than tubes, that's been significant. Here, I'm just putting decorative things. Bibliocraft, Carpenter's blocks, and Lucky blocks. This is going to be the Tinker's Construct, Ex Nihilo, and Natura holding cell. In here we have all of Pam's Harvestcraft, as well as Food Plus and Still Hungry. Basically all of the food mods in one place. This one is dedicated solely to magical crops, because there's going to be a lot of magical crop stuff, so I figured it gets its own chest. It's that special. Over here I have all of my dimensional exploration stuff, my Hardcore Ender expansion, my Ender enhancement, Twilight Forest, Atom, and Wildecraft, all going into one place. This I might need to break up sometime soon. As you can see, it's already more than half full, and I haven't been to nearly all of the dimensions yet. We'll find out. This is our magic chest with Thaumcraft and Project E. Nothing else yet. I don't think there's anything else that I've run into that I would need to go in there. I guess I could put Reliquary in there, but I feel like it's a better fit for the random collection of good stuff. And this is the vanilla chest, and as you can see, this is chock full. But I probably won't be generating a lot more vanilla stuff, and anything that I get, like, I really don't need to hang on to 4 stacks of sticks like this, and they could honestly probably be their own barrel. And anything I get too much more of, I'll just end up putting into a barrel. Like, I've got a barrel full of glass over here, just because when I put it together, I had like 5 stacks of glass. Well, then I went and made a bunch of crystal chests, and now I don't have 5 stacks of glass anymore. And this is going to be the end point. This is where things are going to go that have no other home. Now, we're going to pretty this up just a little bit, because right now, with all of the wiring exposed and everything, kind of ugly. Even if I am going for a bit of a minimalist design with this skyblock, I want to make sure that it looks decent, at least. So, to save on materials, I'm running the mod sorting pipe up the center of this guy. And we're going to use our... Oh, did I? You know what? I still don't know where that crescent hammer went, so I'm just going to make a new one. You know, I've completely torn apart my base, and I have no idea where it is. I might have accidentally tossed it in the trash can or thrown it over the side one time. Whoops. So, shift, left, click, and a bit of tin. Is that the tin? That's the tin. Good. Oh, right. That is all the hammers. Derp. There we are. So what we're going to do to these pipes, well, this one is, there we are. You set it to this white dot, and that is the connect to pipes only mode. This will pass right by any inventory without touching it. And the other cool thing that we can do is we can set up covers on these to make them blend in. And the covers go in the effectively in the same block as the wire, or the transfer pipe. Now, you can't connect through the cover, unfortunately. So if I wanted, for example, to make this a little prettier, so that I can't see it on the side like that. Oh, you know what? I goofed over here. Hang on, let me fix this. There we are. Whee! What I'm going to need to do is instead make the hollow cover. Like so. Hollow stone cover. And I think I'll only need 16 of those. Let's find out. Now, the easiest way to do this, instead of trying to target around the chests, is going to be to grab your dolly. By the way, I also reorganized my bags. So I hit plus, I open my adjustable bag. This is only for food now. This is my auto-feeding bag and allows me to very quickly check on my food stores. B for my backpack is where I'm going to keep all of my tools and usable items that I might need to grab out at a moment's notice. And my golden bag of holding is where more long-term storage goes. Things that I'm not going to be using very frequently, extra blocks, and just random stuff that I want to have handy, but probably won't be using frequently. So, move this guy over here, and if we stick a cover on that, and a hollow cover on here, then we can put this guy right back into that same spot, and you can see that the pipe is connecting through, but it looks a lot cleaner that way. Then you can put your covers all the way up and do the same thing for each of the chests. Don't worry, I'm not going to do this whole cleaning up process on screen. That's the kind of thing that I do off screen because I think it's a little bit dull and it gives me chill time. You know, it gives me a little bit of me time. Time that I can spend just kind of relaxing and watching some YouTube videos or watching someone stream, listening to some music while I do some zen cleaning around this thing. Basically, it's my time that, like, your average person in an office will be able to spend some time browsing the internet or doing some Reddit or something like that every day. This is my work time that I get to spend browsing the internet or watching YouTube and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's going to end up looking like this all the way around. Oops. There you are. And you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang some signs. Let me grab some of them out of here. On the covers and the wall to show, hey, that's what's in this chest. So I can draw a little arrow like by putting some pointers and then a greater than sign and write magical crops. And then I can do another arrow with a less than and then a bunch of lines and do random or grab bag mods. Yeah, there we go. Or if I really want to get fancy about it or just obsessive about it, I can instead make the magical crops chest there and always label to the left of whatever I'm doing and have this with a full list of extra utilities, random things, open blocks, and reliquary. And that'll tell me, in general, the sort of things that I'm going to be able to find in that chest. So yeah, should be pretty good when it's done. I will do most of the finishing of it, like prettying it up and making things clean looking off camera before things get sent up to the world. And the really great thing about this whole setup is there's just the one input chest over here. I can toss my stone, I can throw my transfer pipes, my stone, my saw, my hollow stone cover in there, and they'll all end up in the proper place. If I go check the extra utilities pipe bag, well, now there is a transfer pipe and a mod sorting pipe in there. Hang on a second. What's gone wrong here? Okay, where's my saw? Oh, that's because these are forged micro blocks. That explains everything. So yeah, there you have it. Everything's working as planned. I just need to, if I want my micro blocks to actually show up in this chest, I'm going to need to keep a bit of micro block in there. And I think I'll do that for now because in my mind, micro blocks are part of extra utilities. They're not actually, but I have that association made in my head, so I'll know to look for them there. All right. So that handles the sorting system for the time being. I'm going to tuck everything away where it belongs. Dolly, Philosopher's Stone, and Crescent Hammer belong in the backpack, and my pipes. Huh. You know what? I've got the rest of the pipes in here still, don't I? No. Where are the rest of my transfer pipes? Did I really use that many? That's not possible. That are impossible. Oh. No, I was just over a stack. Wow. Can you tell that even with 2 cups of coffee, I'm just short on sleep today? Yeah, it's a thing. So, moving on, let's actually work on a quest. So I know I promised I was going to be tackling the Urgas Tower today. However, instead, I've decided that I'm going to go for the sure thing on blaze rods and, at least I hope, gas tiers. I've got a couple of options for that. I could use this blaze spawn egg that I got a while back and try to convert that into blaze rod some way, either by setting up a Mine Factory Reloaded spawner or an Ender IO spawner if I really want to get a little ridiculous considering where I'm at right. Oh, is this a blood? This is a blood moon, isn't it? Sure is, folks. All right. I have the answer to that somewhere. Oh, no, I used all of my night vision potions. I should make another stack. How do I make those again? So yeah, I could set up one of those, and that would be one way to deal with it. It's not the way that I'm choosing to deal with it, though. Instead, I'm going to go to the Nether Fortress, which is available, according to the commenters, at the end of the, what is it? Tinker's Construct questline. So we're going to work on that. Reliquary is where my vials are going to be. Still not a perfect system. I need to, like, relearn where things are, but at least it's all organized. That's a major difference over what we had. And maybe, at some point, I could set up maybe an equivalent, an applied energistic system with a bunch of storage buses that can just read what's already in there. But I just don't think that that's really going to be necessary, all things considered. So, yeah, how about not? Actually, that's probably more than enough, isn't it? Yes, it is. Good. And then you and... wait a second. Infravision. Yeah. You and you. And I'm missing a stack of redstone, of course. It's always something. I'm glad I have that speed 2 buff. Apologies if it's a little dark. I would skip the night if I was able to, but I simply don't have 10 minutes right now to wait through the night because I'm running extraordinarily short on time. Therefore, you get infravision instead. Okay, so the next step on the whole Tinker's Construct... was it challenges? No. Was it survival? Yes. The Tinker's Construct questline is the start to the best. Need Alamite ingots. 18 of them specifically. Well, I've had a bunch of Alamite... ooh, we have 12 obsidian, 1 steel, and 7 iron. I need more aluminium. So, let's put 15 more ingots in there. And I really need to get myself some more of this stuff growing, I think. I've never made the aluminum seeds, so I don't feel I have the... So this is something that I wanted to cover, actually. Someone asked me why I don't just use the equivalent exchange, well, Project E, to create blaze rods. Because it would be a simple thing to do, honestly. I would be able... I am fully able to grab my blaze rod, run over here to the flower power in the condenser, and just put this in there instead of the blocks of redstone. And that would be legit in my mind. I'm using the mechanics that the pack gives me. But I'm choosing not to do that. And the reason for that is I feel like Equivalent Exchange and Project E are... I like them, they're fun, but if you don't use them sparingly, they end up completely dominating a playthrough of a mod pack. As such, I'm only going to be using Project E to shortcut into things that I already have an effectively infinite supply of. For example, that redstone, or ender pearls, or emeralds, or diamonds. These are things I've already created mass fields of magical crops and have gathered tons of essence for. I feel fully justified making as much of that as I want out of EMC. However, I've never done that with aluminum. And yes, I'm going to keep flopping back and forth on exactly which I say because I can get away with that. As such, I'm not going to create aluminum like that until I've grown a ton of it in essence form and set up a system to actually process through it. So there's our 18 Alamite. Let's get that poured out. And speaking of which, I am going to be doing a lot more with these magical crop fields. I just need to get to the right point for it. Alright. We're going to do just some crafting tasks here. Thank you. I like that these have little hearts on them. They're adorable. There we are. 18 ingots of Alumite. Claim our reward. Which is a good reward back. Oh god, the strobe elixir sky thing happening. Which contains another Bloodwood bookcase. Alright, well, we'll go put it with the other one. I'm going to build myself a little wall of, like, collections and rewards, but that's going to be kind of a me-time thing, I think. Alright, what's next? Some tools. Alumite pickaxe head, Alumite tool rod, Alumite binding. Okay. Well, to make those, I'm going to need to create a pickaxe head, a binding, and a tool rod. Oh, you demand a full piece. Oh, that's a tough rod pattern. How about a tool rod pattern? I never bothered with a tool rod pattern because I just use sticks. Which is fine. I can go grab a stick to make this happen just as easily. And now we get to get into the whole fun of making metal tools. And to do so, what we're going to do is we're going to melt down a bit of gold. You know what? Let's just go with 2 blocks of it. Will be probably more than enough. And I'm just going to give that a second to melt. In the meantime, I'm going to move one of these drains over. You know what? I'm not going to move one of these spouts over. I'm going to make another one because I have a ton of seared brick just sitting around not doing anything. From multiple quest completions that gave this as a reward. There we are. Seared faucet. Excellent. I fly around my base habitually because it gets me where I'm going slightly faster than running. Also, there's no camera bobbling around, which you can turn off, but I like having it for when I'm just walking places. Alrighty. You know what? If I need Alumite things, then I'm just gonna melt this back down into... You know, you tell me to gather ingots, and then you tell me to remelt them so that I can make them into not ingots. Ooh. Apparently I can't use a stick. That's okay. I know that I can use a stone tool rod, and I know I can make a stone tool rod by putting 2 cobblestone into my crafting table. There we are. Get rid of you. Where'd the stick go? There it is. Get rid of you. Collect my pattern. Huh. It seems to be consuming the stone pattern. That must be a new mechanic. Yeah. You create the cast and lose the stone piece. That's actually kind of convenient. I like that. I'm happy about that. Because I always end up just throwing them away anyway. So why not? Now I just need to give that Alumite the tiny bit more time it needs to melt. Alright, now 18 Alumite ingots in molten form. We'll start pouring those into our casts. Like so. Fantastic. And now that we've completed that, let's see what the next step is. Detection, you want an Alumite sword blade and an Alumite wide guard. Alright, well, that's going to be the exact same process, except I'm going to need to make myself a... Nope, that's a tough rod. That's a knife blade. That's a sword blade pattern. There we go. And I'm going to need a wide guard pattern. Fantastic. So I'm going to go make myself those pieces. I won't bore you with the details, and I shall return as soon as I have them poured. Alright, final cast is filling now. And there we are. Oh, that was it. That was everything. And I get another block of Alumite, and I get the Fortress of Hell warp page, which is what I was really after this whole time. Next step, go to the Nether. And it wants me to submit 10 obsidian by QDS. It'll give me 5 blocks of cobalt and 5 blocks of ardite, as well as 16 manilian ingots. That's pretty awesome. Well, if I were using that kind of material. So I've got a pattern chest here, which can hold all of my casts, which is nice. And we're going to get my gold ingots back. You can shift click into the Tinker table if it is not connected to an inventory. Many people reminded me of that while I was working on various other things. And as far as these Alumite parts go, I don't really have a use for them now. And, oh hey, did they fix that? Can these be melted down? I can't tell if... Yep, alright. So we're going to melt them right back down into molten Alumite. And just pour them into blocks and then send it through the sorting system so that it ends up in the Tinker's Construct chest. Now, all of my gold, my ender nuggets, my golden nugget, and this block of Alumite go away. I believe that the sign and the panels and everything, these I'm going to use sometime soon so I can just hang on to them. Oh, and the cobblestone I don't need right now. I'm not currently generating cobblestone, but I have 58 stacks of the stuff. So, yeah, I think I'm in good shape for that for a while. Alright, shift right click, add the Fortress of Hell to the end of the list where the rest of the adventure stuff is. And let's go take a trip there. Oh, there's a bed. That's adorable. This is the overworld, so you can in fact sleep there. Interesting. Alright. I can already see some bad guys down there. They don't worry me too much. Harvesting these, oh, wow. So, yeah. Want to buy lava? Anyone? Anyone? No? That's a lot of lava. Like, if you wanted to power your base, setting up an ender pump here, not a bad idea at all. Oh, hey, speaking of obsidian. 6. Doing this legit. 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Alright, Pigman, are you aggressive? Maybe. The blaze sure is, though. Blaze rod, get! There we go. Success. I have successfully completed things in the most legit possible way. Down another infravision elixir so that we can see in these hallways easily. Gathering up all of the iron bars and iron doors in here would be a decent way to acquire a number of goodies. Hey, look! Netherwort. All of the netherwort. That's kind of awesome. You guys are too fast for your own good. Scare me. This would have been an easier way to... Definitely would have been easier on a couple of notes to do this instead of some of the methods I chose. Goodbye, baby heat scarf spider. You will not be missed. What have we down here? Huh. I'm glad that these guys are naturally passive. I'd hate to have to cut my way through all of the... Wow, they even make... Except the potion throwing just kind of happens naturally. They even make you a nice little platform to build your ender pump off of. That's adorable. It's like a lava dock, kind of, a launch point. You know, this would be a rather annoying place to get out of if I didn't have flight. I'm kind of glad I do. Would you stop throwing potions at me, please? It'd be appreciated, if nothing else. Alright, that's where it came from. Well, that's a cute little light they have. Red stained glass surrounded with surrounding some lava. Yeah, that's a good setup. Come on, ghast. Where can I find some ghast tears? And some wither skeletons. That's what I'm really hoping to get out of this Fortress of Hell. Ghast tears and wither skeleton heads. Does not look likely at this time to... Oh. Or there could be a really gargantuan portal that actually takes me to the nether. So yeah, I'll definitely be able to get my ghast tears and wither skeleton heads there. Let's do one last sweep of the fortress first, make sure I'm not missing anything really significant. We'll just check up and down each of the towers real quick. Whee! Okay. No, well, no, I don't think that there's much else in here. I should probably, like, vein miner all of this nether brick, and because that'll help me make it really easy for me to find if there's any hidden chests in this area. Like, I could totally just take the extreme ender pickaxe to some part of this platform and start just, wow, blocks of gold up there. And something that is not easily accessible. Alright. This looks like it could be fun. Let's go fly up top and see what we find. Blocked off area. Diving in. Okay. No, just a whole bunch of gold blocks. Still, 35 blocks of gold in this little ceiling up here. That's kind of neat. Not unhappy about that. I mean, I had infinite gold, but it's still fun to find treasure. It doesn't matter how rich you are, you always like getting more money, right? Alright, now I'm depressed. Oh, another gargantuan nether portal. They're both going to link to the same place, though. It's close. Actually, they might be just far enough apart. This is a pretty big fortress. Probably not, but they might be. Or they might just have, you know, portals that were pre-built on the other side. Aha! A chest. I knew I was doing all this for a reason. Whee! Well, besides 35 It's an empty chest. Alright, pack designers. You drive me mad. Yeah, I'll come back through here sometime and tear this entire world apart. Well, this entire fortress apart. See if I can find anything. For now, let's go through the first nether portal that we found. Just because I found it first. See if we can get ourselves gas tier and or wither skeleton skulls. What do we got? Bring it on, nether. Do your worst. Maybe not your actual worst. I'm pretty sure your actual worst is I die permanently. Okay, so I'm in another fortress. Not a lot going on so far. Oh, right. I forgot. I have to light this up along the way if I want to actually have a map. And even then, it's the nether. Things are a little difficult to see. That's why I'm placing torches generally to the right. Nether gold. There's nether ores in this pack. Careful with those. If you harvest them around a pigman, it's probably going to be unhappy with you. They tend to get a little aggressive when you steal their riches. Oh look, 2 ghasts. 3 ghasts. Come here, boys. Let's have fun. No chance. Oh, wow. Heck yeah. Bring it on. Awesome. And some magma creams, just for good measure. Alright, we are going to put down some glowstone panels so that nothing can spawn in here. Every other block is actually sufficient, so I'm overdoing it here. We're just gonna block off this spawner. Maybe come back and build a thing to harvest blaze rods, but probably not, honestly, because I've collected 4 and I can make a blaze seed, so why bother, right? Stop it. And honestly, killing these things is also pointless. I mean, you can make the magma cream out of slime and blaze powder, so yeah. Really, I want that guy up ahead. And the best way to kill him right now is going to be with my mattock, because that's got a bit of luck on it. Which, by the way, is why I wasn't able to put... Ooh, necrotic bone, nice. Put the silk touch on it way back when. Because you can't have silk touch and lucky on the same thing. Oh, hey, sulfur. That's useful. Oh, right. You remember what I just said about ticking off the pigmen if you mine their ores? Yeah. Yeah. Are you an angry pigman? Nope. Oh, hello. Wither skeletons are slightly scary for me. They're one of the few things that can still kill me. So I need to be a little careful with them, but I can basically one-shot them, so they're not super bad. Of course, that one in the full mechanism armor could be an issue. Ooh, I hear ghasts. I don't see them yet because they're probably outside the fortress. Should consider mining my way outside at some point. That's a lot of blazes. Just gonna run away from that room. Kill all the ones in this room instead. Winning. Alright. Doing pretty good here. Unfortunately, we're also out of time for the day. So, as I said, between episodes, I'm going to do a little bit more cleanup on the sorting system, just to get it pretty before the world download goes out. It's functional right now, but I want to, you know, decorate a bit. And, next time, we'll continue exploring in here, see what other goodies we can find. Hopefully find a, easy source of some gas tiers. Or maybe we'll do something to make our chances of getting what the items that we're actually after out of these guys a little bit higher. Either way, thank you very much for joining me, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please leave a like and tell me what I did right. If you have not, please leave a dislike and tell me what you'd like to see me do better. And I'll be seeing you next time. Oh, one last thing. There is going to be a special fun extra this weekend. I'm going to be doing some mini games with Vagrim and a couple of others. Good times are certain to be had by all. Thanks again, folks.